Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Cornwell and this is my persuasive speech. Every day our lives are surrounded and impacted by social media. Whether it be commercials, advertisements, magazines, television shows, etc., we are all exposed to at least one of these items of social media daily. Although every social media is different in many ways, majority of them have one thing in common: the use of Photoshop. Photoshop, by definition of the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, means to alter a digital image with the Photoshop software or any other image editing software in ways that distorts reality and is used for deceptive purposes. On a daily basis, I hear men, women, and even young children say that they want to look like the supermodels on the cover of all these magazines and their favorite celebrities. Well, thanks to Photoshop, not even the people in those covers of magazines look like that. Reasons like this is why I'm here to speak to you today to encourage the banning of the use of Photoshop and stop giving men, women, and children everywhere these distorted images of reality. Throughout the years, there have been many controversies with celebrities and the use of Photoshop on their pictures. In 2011, Faith Hill, an extremely successful and popular country music singer and artist, posed for the cover of Red Book magazine. As always, the singer appeared to be as beautiful as ever and not having aged a bit, even though she was in her 40s. Later in the year, the photo of her unedited, untouched magazine cover had been leaked all over the internet and caused quite a stir. People were furious to see that the magazine company took about 10 to 15 pounds off of her and erased any evidence of fine lines, freckles, wrinkles, and moles, giving a false image that she was not only ageless but flawless in all aspects. In 2009, there was a huge controversy when Ralph Lauren released their ad using Philippa Hamilton as their model. The reason this ad caused such an issue is because they used Photoshop to take an already thin supermodel to make her extremely thin that her head appeared to be the biggest part of her body. Ralph Lauren admitted it was responsible for producing a very distorted image of a woman's body and was forced to apologize for altering the ad. Adeline modeling agent Tanya Powell said she was horrified at the notion of doctoring photos to make models look super thin. She quoted saying, "I am dead against super skinny models, as it does influence young people. I would hate girls to look at this photo and believe this is the way that they would have to look." Photoshop not only has an effect on the company and models, it has a huge impact on the viewers as well. Because our society is so regularly exposed to this media, young girls have no choice but to be brainwashed by these advertisements. Whether it's through commercials, magazines, or any other type of social media, women are perceived as objects or sex symbols. Jean Kilburn, a feminist author and guest speaker, stated, "I never expected when I had a daughter that one of my most important jobs would be to protect her childhood from becoming a marketer's land grab." Kilburn said this because many companies have intentions of targeting young girls because it is often hard for young girls and women to generate the difference between what is real and what is false. This has become a major issue in our culture because perfection is not possible. According to recent studies that have been done, the intense use of Photoshop has started an epidemic of body hatred. Statistics say that 4 out of 5 10-year-olds say they're afraid of becoming society's definition of fat. 42% of girls in 1st through 3rd grade wish that they were thinner, and half of the girls ages 9 or 10 claim they feel better about themselves when dieting. This, my friends, is insane. Young girls that are not even out of elementary school yet are worried and concerned with meeting society's perfect image expectations. Another shocking fact is that in high school, 1 in 10 students will have an eating disorder. And of all the people with eating disorders, 90% are women between the ages of 12 and 25, which are the exact ages that social media companies try to target. Ever since the use of Photoshop began, eating disorders such as anorexia have been on the rise. In a study of anorexic women in outpatient programs, many reported using fashion and beauty magazines to compare their own bodies to perfect their idea of thin. It was stated that many women cut out images of the thinnest woman they could find in the magazine to use as motivators for their own weight loss. What women don't realize is that the models in magazines often have bodies that are literally impossible to obtain, thanks to Photoshop. A sickly thin model will have her ribs protruding due to extremely low weight, but the editors will airbrush over to make it appear less prominent. Women are thus confronted with conflicting demands of looking emaciated without displaying any of the actual emaciation. I know all of this may be shocking news, but it is the sad truth. Nothing positive has come from the use of Photoshop, and nothing positive ever will. It is up to us to stop this body hatred epidemic and distorted images of reality. By banning the use of Photoshop, we will not only decrease the amount of eating disorders, but we will be increasing the self-esteems of young girls, men, and women everywhere.